All right, I'm Maeve McCaffrey. Glad you're here. Here's what you need today. If you have any of it, use it. If you don't, you won't. Dumbbells, I have one heavy, one light. I've got a mini band, and I've got a ball, and I've got these really light weights. So my dumbbells are 15 and 8, and then my light weights are like 1 or 2 pounds. I can't remember what they are. And we're gonna start with the light weights in our hands, if you have them. If you don't have them, you will be absolutely fine without them. I think they're like 1. I think they're 1 pound, maybe 2. 1 or 2. Nice deep squat here. Reach. You are tall in your posture. Little rotation. We're gonna refine this because that's what we do, right? It's a push and a pull. This is important. If something doesn't feel good on your body, you're gonna do something else. You're not gonna allow that thing that doesn't feel good on your body to stop you from doing. You're just gonna do something else. So maybe if this didn't feel good rotating, you would just stay here and pulse in your squats. Let's see if we can go a little lower. A little lower. So you're pushing, you're reaching across, you're pulling back. That's gonna help support the movement of rotation. So you're not just relying on this arm to come across. You're pulling with the opposite elbow. Does that make sense? Of course it does. You're not rigid in your pelvis and your hips, but you are stable. So in a lot of ways, you're actually stabilizing against rotation through the hips, and you're moving from your center. Almost out, almost out, almost out. Arms are gonna come front. You're gonna reach down, reach up. Straight up the center. If you're not using weight, you're creating resistance here. Awesome. When your hands reach overhead, your shoulders elevate. You do not need to depress your shoulders down. Let them go with your arms. You're gonna hold it up. Pull. So legs really, really strong, drawing the feet toward each other energetically. So glutes are engaged. Little adductor awareness. Little side bend and a pull. Yes. Again, again. Beautiful. Last 8, let's go. 8. Last 2. Beautiful. Bring those feet in. Arms are going to come back. You're going to tip. You're going to take it up. Little extension. Tip, reach. Draw it up. Think thumbs back. Four more, let's go. 4. Glutes strong this whole time, right there. Stabilize, booty, booty, booty. Next time you come forward, we're gonna hold it forward, right here. Arms squeeze back. Belly in. Tip that torso over. Front ribs draw up. Again, go 8. Go. 4, 3. So good. Take it back, hold it back, hold it back. Squeeze in, 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 in. Again. Yes, yes. You're beautiful. Bring it all the way up to stand. Ah, all right, one heavy weight, one heavy weight. Nicely done. Okay, now that we're a little warmed up, joints are ready, I think. Watch. You have a single leg deadlift. I'm gonna give you an option, and then you have a front lunge. If you want light contact with that back foot, you don't have to float the leg, and then front lunge. Here's some important things on this front lunge. The second that this front foot hits, you drop down. If you want, you can reach for that front foot in that lunge, and that's gonna load your hip even more. I'm gonna say that again. If you reach for your foot, it will load your glutes even more. But I'm gonna let you decide how you wanna approach that. Last 3, please. One more time, one more time, one more time. We're gonna hold it forward. Reach down, pull up. Reach down, pull up. So you got a row here. Good, press into that front foot. Both knees are bent. Yes, spine is long. So good. Whew. Again, 4, 3, 2. Bring it up, bring it up. Beautiful. All right. Second side, single leg deadlift, front lunge. We tip over. Step it forward. When that foot hits, you drop down. Reaching for the foot on the lunge is going to be optional. If you want, you just stay upright. You can play with that and see how your body responds. If you're finding that the front lunge just doesn't work for you, go into a reverse lunge. You're gonna load the glute a lot more because you'll be on the same side, so there'll be like a more constant contraction on that working side. Right now we're kind of dividing that so that we switch hips. So just know that. Or you could just put your foot down and switch legs if you want. That makes everything way more confusing, but hopefully this is working. And remember, this lunge doesn't have to be big. It could be just like a little step forward. Technically, a lunge just means you've lunged in a direction. You've reached your foot away in a direction. Yes.
I take you everywhere I go. And I tell my friends about the way you talk and you move. I show up any time you need.
2 more. One more. We're gonna hold this one forward. Both knees are bent. We pull. Yes, both knees are bent. Drop into it. Drop into it. Yes, ground down. Yes. One more. Bring it up. Keep this weight. Keep this weight. Switch your hands. Nice work, y'all. Feet about hips distance. Swing. So notice how that one side, the weight-bearing side, is getting pulled by momentum, by the weight of that you're carrying in your hand. You got to stay strong there. So good. Fantastic. Yeah. 4 more, let's go. Bring it up, switch your arms. Keep it going. Two more, please. Beautiful. Bring it through center. Separate your feet a little bit. Drop. Press. So good, so good. So on the top here, don't lose awareness of your glutes and of your belly. It's just as important when you're standing up to keep that engagement so you're not cranking on your low back. Right here, belly, glutes, and then push up. So if you don't contain your belly, you're gonna keep some tone in your butt, you're gonna fall into a back bend, and you're gonna really make your low back quite unhappy. So you got to stay strong. Good. Fantastic. Last two right here, last two. One more, one more. So good. Weight down. Mini band. If you have one, we're going to use it top and bottom of your feet. Fix my pants for this next little bit. Little bend in your knees. That means your booty goes back. Anytime your knees bend, this is like a cheat. Anytime your knees bend, your butt goes back. If your knees bend and your butt doesn't go back, you're here. You are not in an athletic position that's ready to move. Knees bend, booty goes back. Out. Back. So the band around the top and the bottom of the foot are the edges of the feet. Push the edge of your foot into the band. Let that give you awareness of pushing from the outer foot. If you're not using a band, you're creating resistance. You're doing the exact same thing. When I took off my sweater, my hair went with it. Use this opportunity to fix it. Much better. When I'm doing this movement, and I think this really works well, it works well for me, I initiate before I move from my belly. Initiate belly and then push. Initiate belly, then push. Belly, push. Belly, push. And it's a split second. We're teaching our brain to associate these things, to connect to your center before you move. And when we teach that pattern, it carries over to other things that we do. We create a muscular association. It's really beneficial, if I have to explain that. So what happens is our brain just thinks, I'm about to move, I'm gonna find my center before I go. Holy smokes. Mini band off. Beautiful. All right. Come on down. I was debating using my ankle weights. And I'm gonna use them. And I didn't technically say ankle weights in the beginning, but that was my light weights. Were these bangles. So if you have them and you wanna use them, go for it. You can always take them off. We're gonna come into a plank. And we have a body saw, and I want you to think about what that means. A body saw, if you think of a saw, like there's two handles and there's someone on either side and we're going back and forth and the saw stays level, that's what we're doing with our body. Front and back. You are the saw. Anything that's in the floor, it's really strong. It's your foundation. Use it. Contain your front body without piking up, without sagging down. Four more, go 4, 3, 2, knees down, stretch back. We're gonna do that again. We're gonna do it with one leg lifted. If that doesn't work for you, you have that first version. Come back up, right leg comes up. Find your foundation, front and back, let's go. 10. 4 more. 1 more. Left knee down, right leg stays up. Maybe move your elbows in a little closer. Bend your top leg. We're gonna lift up. Lift, lift. So this is perfect. Check in, make sure that you're not just arching the back to get the leg up. So really isolating that right glute by pulling the belly in, push the floor away. This does not have to change. If you want, tuck your left toes, hover your left knee up. Again, go 8, 4, 3, 2, bring it down. Stretch it back. We do all that on the other side. Find your body saw, left leg up if you want. 10 times, let's go. 10. One more. Good, right knee down. Make sure your stance, your setup feels good. Bend that left leg, lift. Push the floor away. Front body lifts up. Isolate that left hip. Meaning, do your best not to arch your low back. Keep the belly button to pubic bone connection. Yes. This is perfect if you want. Tuck the right toes, hover that knee up. Four, 3, 2, both knees down. Stretch it back. Well done, well done. Well done, well done. Straight arms. You can do this on your knees. Right knee comes over to the left, out to the right, back to the left, take it back down. We cross, out, left leg, cross, bring it back. Cross, out, cross, back down. Cross, out, cross, and down. If you want plank, it's the same movement, just lifted it up, just elevated. And it's slow, y'all. Cross, out, cross, back. So you have plenty of time to feel each piece and to reset. One more. Down dog, press it back. Really nice. Well done, well done. Sit down on your booty. Nice work. Right forearm is down, left knee is bent. Right hip is turned open. You don't have to have weight here, but you might. Lift. Leg longer. Four, three, two, top hand, bottom knee. Maybe bottom foot. Maybe elevate. Three more. Beautiful. Second side. Long leg. Lift.
Yeah, I'll be waiting somewhere by the palm tree. A little sand kicking up serendipity. Yeah, I'll be waiting somewhere by the palm tree.
Top hand, bottom knee.
A little sand kicking up serendipity.
Maybe foot, maybe lift.
That I'm running like to run with the chaos to keep me in the air. When I watch myself sinking to the bottom, I soak
So
in
good.
despair. Wonder if you think about how much I gave you, how much you
Let's go four more. Let's go four more.
might take a while to be okay with, but I swear.
Beautiful. Mini ball. Lighter weight or no weights. Ankles can stay if you've got weights on. Mini ball behind your back. And you're gonna decide where you want it to be. So closer to your neck, easier. By your lower back, a little harder because you're more elevated, so you have to sustain that. So you decide. So Take the weight underhand. Roll the shoulders open. Good. And then kind of squeeze from shoulder to hip here. So lats start to wake up. Lift, lift. Press your feet down. In order to come up, draw your belly back. Hold it up on this one here. Hold it up. One foot up, bring it down. One foot up, bring it down. Maybe kick that leg out straight. Cha-cha. Woo! 8 more, let's go. Have a proud stance here, or seat. Let's go 4 more. Bring it down, up and cross, down, up and out to the side. Lulu, she's just off camera, my little queen. Four more, come on. Weight comes down carefully. Sit up, stay here. Bring your hands behind your hips. Open up your chest. So roll the chest open, draw the elbows back. Yes. Opposite arm, opposite leg. It looks like this. Tap. Tap. The hands can free up. If you want, this is perfect, you stay. If you want to kind of kick this up one little notch more, we're going to lift. Lift. In which case the hand comes back behind you. Yes. Yes. 2 more. Perfect. Legs out straight. Rise up. Root your heels, root your sitting bones. Really nice. I'm going to give myself a little more space here. I'm also going to put my towel down so my back doesn't make any obscene noises. All right, and then we're going to roll down. Keep those heels pressing down. Keep those legs really strong. Resist the urge to take the arms overhead, please. Keep your hands straight up from your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Root the legs. You're going to hit a point where you're going to think that you can't go any further. I want you to take a pause, pull back, breathe into it, and see if you can pass that spot. You might not be able to today, but if you approach this every single time, like today I might get a little bit further, you might surprise yourself with how much higher you can go. But I like to take that little pause. Try not to lift the legs. So right here, usually for most people, pause, breathe into it, and then see if that extra little exhale gets you up. If you're not coming all the way up, it's not the end of the world. If you're coming all the way up, we're going to take a nice big stretch out over. Good. And we're all going to meet here in about 2 seconds. This is our last one. Maybe not 2 seconds, 10 seconds. So however you need to, if you haven't made it all the way up, come up all the way now. Reach out and then just let your body round. Let your torso round, your spine round. Drop your head. And then stretch the arms forward, stretch the heart forward, rise up. Bring your hands behind your hips, bend both of your knees, press your hands down. If it's okay, lift up, get a nice stretch, and if it doesn't feel okay, just push and open. We had a lot of shoulder work in that last little bit. Release your hips down, cross your shins. Reach high, little side bend. Reach high and side bend. Rise up to center and release your arms. You are done. Beautiful. Lulu came in right at the end to say hi. You lie there, my little queen. Hi, Lulu. Thanks, everyone.